Hi, my name is Charmaine Jallo, and I am a success coach and intuitive healing guide with Recall Truth. And today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do a money container meditation. So, first, I want to tell you what your money container is. Your money container is a symbol, it's a symbol of what you're allowing for abundance in your life. So, most people, when they think of abundance, they're thinking of money, and that's perfectly fine. But you may have all the money that you need. You may want a better relationship, or you may want something different to happen. Abundance is about happiness, health, wealth, of course, but all of those things. So the container is something that you visualize and you engage your subconscious and your imagination to help you to create what you want. So in this 10-minute meditation, we are going to meet the container, design it, and create what we want. And we're going to get rid of things that may be holding us back. So I'm going to do this based on finances because that is where I help people grow the most. But I can also tell you that this works for the other topics, health, relationships that I talked about. We want abundance of all good things. So it works for all of those. So first, I want you to take a few deep breaths and get into a meditating kind of feeling. I know some of you may not like meditation necessarily. I want you to consider giving this a try. You may only get a few minutes into it. No problem. The idea is to quiet your mind. So in this particular one, I'm going to guide you. It's not about sitting perfectly still and holding a weird position or anything like that. We're just going to breathe deeply and think about what I'm saying to you. So let's take some deep breaths. Let it go. Two more. And one more. You can continue with your deep breaths. I have to talk. So go ahead and continue taking deep breaths quietly or forcing the air out, really pushing yourself into relaxation. Up to you. So I want you to imagine that you have on a nice light hiking backpack. We're going for a short trip. We're headed off into a beautiful forest, and there's a nice path in front of us. It's not paved, it's just a walking path, and you're taking your time. You're walking slowly and looking around, looking at the natural flowers and the trees that are there, taking deep breaths and enjoying the scenery. And you're walking along, there's no one there with you. And you're just kind of lost in your thoughts, looking around, looking at everything that you see, taking in the blades of grass, looking at how they're different colors of green, and you really taking in all the sights. You're smelling the fresh flowers. The soil is still wet from the dew in the morning, and that has that fresh soil, earth smell, and you just hear your feet crunching very softly as you take a step. And you wiggle your toes a little bit. You can go ahead and wiggle your toes and feel them inside your hiking boots. It feels good. You wore those nice cushiony socks and you're all ready to go. Your legs are comfortable. You're wearing your favorite pants for hiking, and your shirt is very cool. You feel good in your body. And your hands. You're swinging your arms and feeling very comfortable, very relaxed. And then you come up on a clearing. And in this clearing, there's a beautiful lake. And you take a moment and you look over into the lake. You're looking at your reflection. And you see yourself in the rippling water. You reach down and you realize that the water is cool and clear, and you decide to take a drink. And the water tastes good, it's fresh and sweet. So you enjoy that. You sit for a moment, and then you decide you want to explore some more. And you have a choice. You can go off to the left, the path goes to the left, and the path goes to the right. So this time, you think I'll go to the right. And so you're walking along the path, still taking in all the beautiful flowers and trees, and you notice there's a container. And for this time, follow along with me. It's a clay container. And the clay container is not yet gone to the kiln, meaning it hasn't been burned, hasn't been fired. It's a big clay container, but it's not finished. So you think, this is a nice container. And I want you to think in your mind, this is my money container. And it's okay if the container looks like it's misshapen, or maybe it's coming out kind of wonky, it's not straight. We're going to fix all of that. But the first thing I want you to do is to look at your container. Just take it in. It's a nice big round container. Again, it's not fired, it's not finished. And some thoughts are going to come to you. They're going to be, what is holding me back from receiving what I want? And you're just going to sit still with yourself just for a moment. You can stop the recording and listen. Welcome back. Write down whatever came to you. You may hear, I'll never have enough. I'll never be able to retire. Or, I have enough for what I need. I don't need more. Or, there's just enough, not enough for extras. Something along those lines. These messages that you're hearing are the messages that are getting in the way of your prosperity. Is it every single message? Of course not. But it's the one that your subconscious mind is ready to share with you now. You write those messages down. We're not dealing with them right now. We're not trying to manipulate. We're not trying to say that's wrong or right. No judging. We're just writing them on a piece of paper. And in your visualization, I want you to write them on little pieces of paper as well, because we're headed over to a fire pit. There's a beautiful bonfire that's already burning. Yes, you're by yourself. And there's a bonfire that you didn't start. Don't go there. Don't worry about that. The fire is there. You're going to take those little pieces of paper with whatever money concerns, relationship concerns, health concerns that you have, and you're going to throw them into the fire. Just let them burn and stand there and watch the fire consume the words, consume these false things that you have been believing for however long, and just let the fire consume it and enjoy watching it turn to ashes. Those are things that are holding you back. So enjoy them being burned and taken away from you. So they're no longer in your money container. Now, I'm going to give you a chance to pause the audio. You still have your messages written down, right? Hopefully you didn't burn everything up. Just kidding. You wrote them down, but then you symbolically burned them in your bonfire. So next to the false messages that you want to get rid of, now we're going to take time to write out what you do want. No more than 3 things. You're able to focus on many, but why complicate it? Just 3 new messages. So I always have enough. Things like, things are always working out for me, or money comes to me in unexpected ways. That's my favorite one. Or you can put something like, I have more than enough and some left over for fun. Whatever is kind of against or the opposite of whatever you had before that you burned. Now we're going to take those messages and replace the old ones with them. So you're going to symbolically, in your mind, put those down on a sheet of paper. And now you're going to put it inside of your pot. Now, you may notice that your pot, even though this is symbolic, it may not fit. Your new messages may not fit into your pot. So what you can do is begin to widen your pot, just like you would do with some clay. Just kind of pinch it on the edges, just pinch it a little bit, smooth it out. If there's some lumpy, wonky parts, we said we're going to fix it. Now you can take a little water and just fix it up. The point is to expand the pot to accept the messages. It's just like you're allowing your mind to accept that you have enough, more than enough, enough to share, enough to be philanthropic. Whatever your goal is, you're putting it inside of your container. And then, if it feels right, you can thank the container. And really, what you're doing is thanking your subconscious mind for allowing new thoughts to come in for abundance of whatever nature that you would like. And so we're going to leave the pot there, and we're going to let the messages kind of simmer, just kind of sit there and become part of the pot. Because the pot, again, is a symbol of your mind. You want to allow new things into your mind. So remember, we're not doing a lot of justifying. We're not trying to figure out where the money's going to come from, who it's going to come from, how we're going to receive it. It's just things are always working out for me. I am worthy. I have plenty of money. I have more than enough money. Whatever you can handle. It may be too much to say, I'm fully prepared for retirement. But what about I'm moving towards a comfortable retirement, or I'm on track for a comfortable vacation? Whatever it is that money will get for you, you can now think about those things and enjoy and continue to take deep breaths. This is just a way to kind of get your mind to open to some new ideas. So again, we're going to leave the pot there. And ideally, you will come back with this meditation and focus on your money container day after day until things start to change. And your subconscious mind will give you signs. And then you'll have outward signs in your bank account as well. This is something that you can work on over time. Your mind controls your outward responses and your outward effects. You may or may not believe that. That's completely up to you. But if you give it a try for 30 days, you will start to see a shift in the way that you feel about abundance, whatever type of abundance you're working on. Keep coming every day for 30 days. Seriously, give yourself 10 minutes of focus time, and you will start to see a shift. And of course, I want to hear from you. Things that I've heard in the past are, when I go to do my budgeting, I feel more calm. When I go to give, I feel more relaxed. These are the things that you're looking for. You may not necessarily see extra zeros in your bank account right away, but the feeling is what allows the creativity and the ideas that will bring more money or more love or more health, whatever it is you're looking for, into your experience. You've got to feel good about it before it can manifest. Okay? Thank you for joining me for this meditation. And again, I want to hear from you what kind of shifts you have over the next 30 days. Thank you for joining me. This is Charmaine with Recall Truth, and I will see you tomorrow or whenever you decide to use the meditation again. Take very good care, and I'll see you soon.